Chapter 3, Act 1 of Touhou LostWord is one of the most insane Touhou stories I've ever read, and one of the things I loved about it was the abundance of small details that helped build the story. But one of these details isn't attached to the current narrative. If you read the title, then you know I'm talking about Mima. Chapter 3 takes place in an alternate version of the Netherworld, and the protagonists end up eating food made out of phantoms. The food is delicious, and Marissa says it brings back memories and puts her heart at ease. The Avatar then asks about the difference between phantoms like the ones around the Netherworld, and ghosts like Yuyuko. This is where things get interesting. Marissa is the one who explains the difference, and she knows an awful lot about the intricacies of ghosts, like how they can only come from humans. These differences also don't matter anywhere else in the story, so why would the writers put in a section of Marissa explaining how ghosts and phantoms are different? Could it be because she's associated with a certain ghost? That's why I theorize that this entire ghost versus phantom dialogue is meant to be an allusion towards Marissa's relationship with Mima. But is there more to this theory than just Marissa is talking about ghosts? Yes, actually. First off, as mentioned earlier, Marissa says the food brings back past memories and makes her feel at ease. And in Marissa's deep past, she was mentored by Mima, someone she admired greatly. I think her mentioning the past and then talking about ghosts makes sense. Secondly, this is not the first time that LostWord has referenced the PC-98 games. Altarissa is known officially as The Witch of Scarlet Dreams. This is Marissa's direct title in Seiho project, and her association with Red Dreams actually comes from Touhou 3, which is a game that did have Mima in it. So, LostWord has no issues with referencing older material. Finally, there's how the conversation ends. The Avatar says that Marissa is really smart, with Marissa then replying, nah, I just read a few books, with a bit of a nervous expression. The conversation then moves on. Now, why would Marissa ever be humble? She loves being called great, and thinks she's great. Well, despite her possible fond memories of Mima, I think that she doesn't want to bring her up. The evil she committed in the past probably isn't something that she's the most proud of. Now, what does this all mean? Well, for now, I think it's simply a fun nod to the PC-98 games. But it could potentially be the first step for Mima to come to LostWord, and maybe even have some dialogue with Marissa. Of course, I could just be reading way too into this, and this could just be a scene of exposition, but whatever the case, I'm excited to see what happens next.